Hello, Saints Nation. Welcome back to the Saints Gaming CA Twitch channel. Of course, your home for the St. Clair Saints varsity esports team. And we have ourselves a bit of a surprise matchup. Yesterday, I didn't think we were going to be live once again, but it ends up. This is a matchup from last week that never had the opportunity to happen, so we're taking care of it right here, right now. And it is going to be a good one. St. Clair Saints Green, of course, the first seed in the group up against University of Ottawa, the second seed. This is, in theory, the best matchup in the group for the Green Squad, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. My name's Dan Banner, also known as Mr. Danners, and joining me for the first time here on the commentary desk, we got Sam SWAT Doctor. How you doing, man?
I'm good. I'm just happy to be here today. I want to wish the best of luck to the University of Ottawa and St. Clair College. Best of luck to you both.
Absolutely, of course. Like I say, time and time again here on the Saints channel, this may be the hometown squad channel here for St. Clair, but I love seeing a good challenge. And let's be honest right now, this summer, we haven't really seen a whole heck of a lot of it when it comes to this Rocket League squad. Just constantly 3 O's or 3 1s. And I know, considering some of the donation funds or the donation incentives we have going on here, which I'll touch on in a little bit, is best case scenario for everybody to start popping off, because there's just absolutely brutal going forward here in this game. But with the University of Ottawa, this is their A team, the best of the best there at U Ottawa. They have like 3 teams or something like that, and then this is their A team here in our group. Like I was saying, this should be the best match of the group, unless something absolutely like changes in the process or some sort of substitution happens. But nonetheless, looking forward to it. Now, for yourself here, joining us here, of course, for the first time here, what are you in for? Or what are you taking at St. Clair?
I'm taking motive power. So what that means for you that don't know, it's auto mechanics,
Okay,
and it's a
okay.
2-year program.
Very nice, very nice. I know we get a lot of esports students here on the cast, but of course, being here on the production, being an esports student is not a requirement, just the drive to do so. So, Sam, I definitely thank you for hopping on and joining us here today. Definitely going to be a good one. Some of the incentives. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
I just wanted to let you know that I'm happy to be here.
Awesome, awesome. Happy to have you. Now, some of the incentives that are going on right now for these matchups, you may have heard me kind of touch on it a second ago, is our donations towards the Windsor Essex Pride Fest for Pride Month. Of course, every one of these Rocket League games that are happening, with the exception, I believe, of the CRL tournament that was added on later on in this week, but still, we have $1 donation for every single goal that the Saints score, $10 for the win, and $25 for every single sweep. Which, as you can imagine, with there being so many 3 O's, our teams are absolutely blazing it through this competition. $421 already raised, and we're like halfway through the month, still like 9 days of competition left to go. So, absolutely crazy to see how much they've been raising so far, and going to a good cause there for the Windsor Essex Pride Fest. Now, with that, we're very quickly going to actually take a look and show what we're working with in regards to the standings. I'm talking the Saints up a big game here as to them being the best in the group, but hey, why are they in third? It is because this game is a little bit delayed. A lot of these teams have already played 2 matches, while we're still about to play match number 2, basically right here, right now. PD Golfers, not quite sure where they're from, but they got themselves off to a fantastic start. And our fellow Windsorites at the University of Windsor find themselves on top here with 2 O's. Meanwhile, some of the other squads a little bit further down the list. McGill not doing too bad, though. Had the bye in week number 1. But so far, Saints staying up at the top overall. And we'll see more matches as we go along throughout the season. So we throw it back to us for just a second before we get into this one. So, Sam, what kind of prediction do you have here? Knowing how crazy the Saints have been in the past couple of days, the past week or two in Rocket League, who do you think's winning, and by how much?
Well, Dan, I think it's going to be a close match, but because I go to St. Clair, I'm really hoping, my home team, but you never know. Things change in the snap of a finger.
Absolutely, we've definitely seen time and time again how things could definitely like switch on a dime, or sometimes goals get denied right on the goal line as the buzzer just goes down. It's definitely happened more than its fair share of times here. Now, you may have heard the buzzer in the background. We are just about ready to get ourselves into game number 1 and start this matchup up strong. Quickly try and take a look and see who we have for rosters. Of course, we've got our Saints roster right now. It's going to be similar, if not the exact same, to what we saw in last night's matchup in the AVGL, where it's going to be Kamal, Nitrix, and Ramen. Meanwhile, on the side of University of Ottawa, as we hop on in, it is going to be Heki, J-Chan, and Coat. We're underway. Game 1 starting off. Kamal's going to pick this thing up to start things off right off the face-off, bringing it into the corner of University of Ottawa, centering pass. We've seen this time and time again. Nitrix is going to bounce it off the backboard, but nobody is going to make contact with it. Still kind of stuck going through the crease, but J-Chan is going to gather it up and give Ottawa an opportunity at some offense.
There goes Kamel with the pass. Nitrix.
Almost gets it towards the center. Not quite going to get it this time by J-Chan with the interception. Passed over the Heki, and he's going to find that one. Nice little pass to set him up. He was waiting in the crease. Nitrix got the demo, but that wasn't the player he needed, apparently. Heki finding his way over. Kamal nearly finding the backflip to make the save, but not quite. He's going to find it this time by.
We're off. Nice back to J-Chan. There he goes.
And got a little bit messy there in the neutral zone, but Kamal is going to pick it up for at least a second. So far, so good here for the University of Ottawa. Really putting the pressure on St. Clair. Saints had that one opening opportunity where they had that one shot chance, but could not quite make something of it. That being said, they're in the Ottawa zone. They're going to try and make something happen. Off the shot on target, and Nitrix is going to follow it up nice and quickly. Beautifully done there to get the Saints back on the board, tying it up. Heki gets a piece of it, but not quite enough. J-Chan was right just the defender's width away from trying to make that save, but not quite going to find it. Still extremely early in this game, still 3 minutes and 35 seconds left on the clock, and all tied up.
Nice shot, Nitrix. Oh, nice save, Kamal there.
Absolutely came in clutch there. He's now above the net. Heki going to try to make a little bit of interference, but not going to quite happen. Nitrix gets an opportunity to charge on forward. Going to be denied by Coat. Gets there a little bit of rebound. Nope, there is a Saint there. A little bit of a loose ball here in the midfield zone. Heki in the St. Clair zone. Of course, Nitrix now going to pick it up for just the second. Coat with the interception, going up high to try and stop it. Not quite going to find it. High up in the skies, and just a bit of a ping pong match right now. No team getting a real shot until J-Chan comes in hot, but it is going to be redirected.
Oh, I can't do this.
So we have Coat in the defensive zone of the Ottawa squad. Kamal going to be coming on through, bounces it off the corner. Nitrix is there, but he's in a bit of an awkward position. Could not quite make it happen. It's going to be pushed on over. Heki, backboard pass, going to be pushed aside. We have Ramen trying to push it over. Kamal's already up into the skies, waiting for it, drops it down to Nitrix, takes the shot, going to be off the crossbar, however. A nice passing play, but could not finish it. Too many Saints now on the aggression, and we see the pass forward. J-Chan just ever too slow to try and get the finishing blow. Each of these teams going back and forth here to try and find themselves that possible game winner here. Still in play, however, J-Chan looking for the knockdown. Not quite going to get it, however. That's going to be Ramen right there. Shot on target. Going to hit the crossbar, actually. Back and forth battle with a minute left to go here in this game. Ramen finally gets a piece of it here for the Saints to bring it into the corner. Possible centering bounce. Nitrix up to the skies. Not going to quite find it this time by. Still a little bit loose here. Pop fly inside of the U Ottawa zone, but Ramen going to keep pushing it back forward. Can he get his own rebound? Damn right he's going to be able to. Ramen going to find himself his first goal of this game to put the Saints up 1 with 40 seconds left to go. Still plenty of time for U Ottawa to make this happen. That was exactly what the Saints were looking for. Ramen finding his own pass and making it work. Beautifully done there. J-Chan, however, finds an opportunity to break through. Nitrix going to stop him in the meantime, at least. Pop fly in the neutral zone. This is the kind of stuff that Saints want, though. If you're trying to kill time, just bring it up to the skies and let it just fly by. And seconds will just keep ticking away in that regard. J-Chan, however, he wants to get something started. It's going to be stopped right away, though. Ramen was in the skies ready to go. Nitrix was looking for the redirect, but could not quite find it. 10 seconds left to go. U Ottawa, it's now or never for game number 1. J-Chan, one final push. This is right on target, but that's going to be pushed aside by Nitrix. Unless this ball is able to stay up high, this game is over for Saints' favor. Just has to hit the ground one more time, of course. Does not matter if that timer is down. The ball has to hit the ground one final time. Saints are going to knock it down. And 2-1, probably one of the closest games we've seen so far this semester. And it's only game number 1. Absolutely crazy. Fix this up real quick before we hop in there, but of course, Ramen finding the game winner. Hecky started things off good. He had 4 shots for himself as well. Looked so strong to start things off, but just kind of ran out of momentum going into the last little bit. But still, of course, that is the beauty of this best of 5 series. There is still plenty more where that came from here. So, hopping in here, of course, Saints going to be up 1 in this game. There we go. All in the neutral zone, we got Nitrix, of course, trying to push it on forward. That being said, though, the U Ottawa squad brought it right on back. Ramen tried to clear, not going to find it. Kamal going to punt it on over to Ramen. Ramen to Nitrix. That shot is actually right on target from their own crease. Going to be Kamal picking this up, centering pass. Nobody home, however, so U Ottawa going to get away with that one for at least the time being. Possibly the lack of boost right now U Ottawa kind of struggling with here. Took them a little bit while trying to even get it out of their own crease. And the moment they go for boost, that is exactly when Ramen strikes. Finds it exactly at the right moment. J-Chan was trying to deal with Kamal. Kamal with a nice little punt there to just get him out of the way. And then right as Hecky goes for the corner to get that boost pack, charges on through to try to make the save, but it was too little, too late. And Saints are going to go up 1 early here in the second game. Off the face-off, we're going right back into the U Ottawa zone. J-Chan is going to pick it up, however, going to stop Kamal's offense for at least a moment. Kamal not too happy with that, going to just give him a little bit of a shove. Push him into the wall a little bit. Ramen centering pass. Nitrix was there, however, so was J-Chan. Going to get him out of the zone nice and fast. Boat centering pass through the corner. Nitrix is already up in the skies, however, rebound here for Hecky to try and make that shot happen. Going to be pushed aside, however. Back into the U Ottawa zone. Kamal is actually going to be the first one to make it there. Coat and Hecky are here, but Nitrix going to drop this right in the center, but Ramen did not have enough juice to make that play happen. So unfortunately for him, it's going to be a missed opportunity as the Saints are up 1, of course, but that one should have, in theory, been the second. And how about that? Hecky's going to get himself on the scoreboard for the second time here in this series to tie this up once again here. Nitrix goes for the save, but just does not quite get a piece of it. Nice little redirect there from Hecky to make sure he got it low enough that The St. Clair defense had no chance of stopping that one. Off the face-off, or right back into the University of Ottawa zone. Where are the Saints in this situation? There's Nitrix going to try and make the play. He's going to actually just pass this one off to Ramen. Nitrix up top, tries to drop it down for Kamal. Kamal's shot is going to be essentially uncontested, bounces off the posts, and he's going to get on the board. Nicely done there for Kamal. Scores himself the goal. A very awkward one, however. Almost got the pool angle. Has to go back and get the second touch after basically kissing both sides of the posts. But gets it in nonetheless and puts St. Clair up one once again. Off the face-off, right back to you, Ottawa. Robin leads it in. Coat tries to make the save, but it is going to end up going over to their partner, actually. And as soon as it does end up getting passed on over, Kamal with the demolition, taking him out of the play for at least a couple of seconds. Bit of a pop fly into the corner of the Ottawa zone. Hecky going to at least clear it, give his team some time, but not going to be able to make an offensive opportunity out of the deal. Hecky sends it back in towards his own goal for a second, towards his partners, and there is Jay Chan able to try and pick it up right away, but Ramen's always in the skies, it feels like. You think you're going to clear it out, but one of the Saints is always there, and this time, try to clear it out once again. Kamal was there. How about this time by? Can Hecky find himself the redirect? He does, but a huge save there from Ramen in position, had the boost ready to go, and is not going to let that one sneak by, not this time. 1 minute and 40 seconds left on the clock for Ottawa to tie this up once again. A very similar situation to game number one. Close game so far. Just Ottawa haven't had a little bit of, or haven't had some a good offense in a good couple of minutes. They've just been playing consistent defense, and you could only play that way for so long. Nitrix gonna find himself the solo goal here, right off of the wall, through the skies and past Coat. Hecky wasn't quite in position to make that save either. Beautifully done from Nitrix, just to straight up carry it right into the net. So that 1-goal lead that the University of Ottawa had to tie up, well, that is now 2, and they only have a minute 15 seconds left to try and make something happen. That being said, they finally get a little bit of a passing play going. Hecky, however, was not able to get the centering shot in position. Jay-Chan is here to at least keep it in, however. Redirected towards the net, but there is Ramen again. Going to stop that shot. It's high and on target. Definitely needed to be there. Beautifully done. Another shot from Hecky off the crossbar off of Kamal, and it is barely going to stay out of the net. Nice little pinch there from Ramen just to completely send that thing all the way downfield. Hecky going to pick it up, but Kamal's like, I'm not done with this thing yet. I want one more just for the sake of it. Maybe one more buck on the Windsor Essex Pride Fest donation. See if they can score it up. And actually, Hecky almost teed it up there for Nitrix. It was close, but not quite this time by. Kamal gives a little demo over to Hecky, but now kind of stuck in the corner with Ottawa. They're trying to regroup. They're all essentially kind of playing together. Hecky going to try and make the solo play, which was a damn good opportunity, and it actually set Coat right up. This is still within striking distance now, as there is still 11 seconds on the clock. Hecky tries to make the individual play, which Nitrix made the right initial save, but Coat was right there ready and waiting. Beautiful follow-up, and now, of course, 10 seconds. But we've seen crazier things here in Rocket League, but a face-off like that is absolute worst-case scenario if you're here for University of Ottawa. Saints charging on through, double tap. Hecky makes the save. Jay-Chan's going to try and keep this thing up. That's exactly what they need to do, but unfortunately did not quite get the hit that they were looking for. So that is going to be St. Clair finding themselves game number 2's victory, and right around the corner from possibly completing the sweep and making me eat my words for calling this the closest match. But at the same time, these matches are close. They're all within 1 goal. But so far, on pace for yet another 3-0 here. All right, game number 3. Now or never here, University of Ottawa. Let's see what you got. They've been so close, yet it's just ever so slightly been so far here from just finishing the job up against St. Clair. And off the face-off, once again, we're going right back into the University of Ottawa zone where Ramen is there to meet it alongside Heki. Heki's going to push it out finally, though, so nice and quick. Not going to let the Saints get an opportunity to set up in their zone. Kamal to the skies, passes it off to Ramen. Ramen tries to step the shot off, does get challenged there. I think that was Coat who interfered with him there. So nicely done on Coat's regard. Shot off the corner piece of the crossbar. Close, but no dice this time by here for St. Clair. And Heki going to try and lead U Ottawa for another opportunity at some offense. But as soon as any sort of opportunity really arises, it's going to be St. Clair making the move as Ramen tries to carry it over. Give him a little bit of a high shot, try to juke him out a little bit, but not quite going to happen. Solid defense still on the side of U Ottawa. Coat going to carry this up, tries to pass it up to J-Chan, but he's getting interfered with. Kamal has just been the absolute enforcer, and he is going to take this by himself. Just completely punts the player aside. He's just kind of sideswiped him, and then he just took to the skies himself, and there was nothing that Coat and the rest of the University of Ottawa defense could do because they were all trying to run back. It was a bit of an awkward angle to try and fly at him with, and St. Clair are going to get themselves on the board in the lead with a minute going in. And how about another one? This time it's going to be Nitrix picking this one up after the pass from Ramen. He basically teed it up for him right off the face-off. Nitrix just had to make sure he put it in there nice and easy. Coat, once again, just kind of getting caught, trying to get some boost. And unfortunately, not going to be able to find the angle to make that save. St. Clair looking like they're in position to kind of run away with this one, unless the University of Ottawa can answer back nice and fast. J-Chan, he's trying. He put it towards the crease, had the opportunity. Kamal is going to be forced to shut it down, however. Coat passes it forward, but there's Kamal once again. Heki, maybe getting a little bit frustrated, sees Nitrix ahead of him and just demos him on the spot. And continue to put some pressure here on the Saints defense. Kamal up to the skies to try and push us away from the net. But it is still kind of stuck in the St. Clair zone. Nice pass from J-Chan, but a better interception here from Nitrix, because there was a player on the side of the University of Ottawa coming in. I think that was Heki looking for the one-timer, but could not quite find it. J-Chan keeps it in for at least a second, but this ball is getting punted out to neutral zone. And now, University of Ottawa kind of stuck in their own zone once again with Ramen just basically being shoved down their throat, just constantly in their face. Nitrix tries to make a move for himself, accidentally kind of centers it for the University of Ottawa squad, but of course Kamal was ready and waiting, so no surprise there. Nice save on his regard. Chan looking for the shot, just going to opt to go high, but Ramen is still there. The ability of St. Clair to just be able to predict even where the clearings and the passing is going is just absolutely phenomenal, and just constantly being 1 to 2 steps ahead of their opponent here in this game is just making it extremely difficult for U Ottawa to even get any sort of offense really started. We have a couple of breakout moments of brilliance, a couple good plays, a couple good capitalizations, but they've been few and far between, and they have 2 minutes and 15 seconds to find 2 more to at least try to tie this one up. Their defense has been sound for the most part. I'll give them that, but just unfortunately here for them, just have not quite been able to just get the goals back, so to speak. Granted, we are here in the St. Clair zone. Kamal going to try and carry it up, but it is going to be denied by Coat. But Ramen's already up to the skies once again. Doesn't even matter that the pass was intercepted. He's still there to basically make it as if the pass off of the U Ottawa player was calculated. But awesome in its own regard. Ramen once again looking for the drop down pass. Going to try and move forward himself. J-Chan is going to interfere with him in that regard. Kamal just going to back his way into it. Has a little bit of boost to play with. Can he make the play himself? Flip reset. Can he find it? Not quite this time. Heki going to make the save, but it is going to cost him his car for at least a couple seconds, as Nitrix is just going to demo him on the spot. Minute 15 left on the clock. U Ottawa in the hot seat, kind of panicking in this situation, if I were to assume. And with Kamal headhunting, it does not make things any easier. You're looking for that player to pass to, but when they could just get taken off the field so quickly, and even right there, he didn't demo J-Chan, but he just completely like pit maneuvered him, so to speak, here, like you would see from like cops or something like that, and just spins him out so he could not make the play that he was looking for. Huge redirect off the pass from Kamal. Ramen gonna make sure he gets on the board for every single game here in this series, and just nicely done, nice pass from the top, and just enough of a tip off the front of his front bumper. Puts it on forward, just basically, in my opinion, putting this game out of reach unless some sort of switch just absolutely flips here for you, Ottawa. But I highly doubt that to be the case, as they have been absolutely crushing it. "25 seconds. Ottawa still going to try and give it a shot. Ramen, however, going to deny Coates' attempt at the shot. 15 seconds, and just going to keep counting down from there. That being said, J-Chan looking to at least get one on the board, but there's just always somebody from the side of St. Clair there on defense, ready to go. And even when you think you have a moment to breathe, there's Kamal just demoing everybody. So with that, I thought that this was going to be a close one. I thought this wasn't going to be a sweep, but that could not be further from the truth. We have ourselves another 3-0 victory. St. Clair Saints Green taking it over the University of Ottawa A team.
Okay.
Well, that was definitely quite the experience in itself there. And a little bit, like I was saying, I did not expect it to go the way it did, but it means awesome for the hometown squad nonetheless. I can't be upset at that. Beautifully done there from the St. Clair Saints Green squad. Everybody finding their role and just absolutely sticking to it. I loved the defense and the enforcer style we saw from Kamal, and then just the constant shots and the constant interceptions coming out here from Nitrix. And why am I pulling a blank here? Oh god, Ramen, of course. How can I forget Ramen? He's the one always up to the skies. That's the one I was thinking about. Call myself out a little bit, but still 1-for-1 in that regard. But Sam, how would you like that game?
I thought it was going to be a close match, but St. Clair did well. University, good job, guys. Yeah, I'm kind of happy.
It's
On my own home team.
feels good, man, kind of moment, right?
Yeah, it does. It really does.
Absolutely. It's one that's one way to put it nonetheless. But with that, of course, with this game being completed, that is the only match here for tonight. But that being said, there is still plenty more around the corner. As we click on over to our schedule, including this Friday, this same St. Clair Saints Green team that we were just watching, they have themselves a bit of a doubleheader. Friday at 8 o'clock and Friday at 9, as we start off with St. Clair Saints Green versus the University of Windsor, which I know a lot of people are going to be excited about. It's always a pleasure getting to play our fellow Windsorites. And then we also get to go up against the Guelph Griffins. It's not the same Guelph Griffins squad that the gold team had to play, but I'm sure Guelph would still love to find themselves a bit of a revenge win of sorts. So that'll be a nice one to see nonetheless. Saturday, just added here today, we have ourselves the CRL or the CCA. This is a qualifying double elimination bracket to try and get to the Intercollegiate Rocket League, into like the high levels of Collegiate Rocket League, where I know like that's one of the end goals, so to speak. If you get into, I believe it's the top 4 of this qualifying tournament, you have the opportunity to play in it, and that is something that all of our teams over the past couple of semesters for Rocket League have been trying to push for. So be sure to join us. That's going to be from 12 o'clock until either we make it or get double eliminated. So be sure to tune in for an awesome afternoon of Rocket League. Then on Sunday, of course, we are back with the AVGL Summer Series. That's going to be Week 3 action. Not quite sure who our opponent is just yet. And then on the 4th of July, we'll be back once again with more AVGL. No OCRS action on the week of June 27th. Get basically 1 week off, so to speak. But we'll be back at it essentially the week after that. And of course, this is still essentially preseason. Summer isn't, like I keep saying over and over again, normally we don't play in summer. This is all early, just trying to get everybody all warmed up, good to go. Getting ourselves warmed up and good to go as well. Getting myself back into the swing of things in regards to broadcasting, and then my voice constantly requiring a good tea after the end of the day. But it's absolutely a-okay nonetheless. Um, any final thoughts here, Sam, before we close on out for the night?
No, you covered it.
Well, definitely appreciate it, and at the same time, it was a pretty straightforward one, to say the least. Here, only so much we can talk about, and while the scores may have been close, at the end of the day, the end score is still a 3-0. St. Clair Saints victory. The sweeps continue. That's at least another $35 plus goals going over to the Windsor Essex Pride Fest, which is, of course, absolutely amazing. And I'm thankful that they they budgeted high with a high number in mind, because these guys have been absolutely killing it. With that, of course, we're going to call it a night. Thank you so much for tuning in. Always a pleasure bringing you the broadcast for every match, and we will see you on. It'll be Friday for the Rocket League doubleheader. Take care, everybody.